cables.
All the deep cables.
Mom!
Default 3M Procoms. It doesn't say Dylan Muffs. I don't understand.
I know. I wonder if we can rename them.
The Dylan Muffs. What's up?
Beep up. Oh, we're live. Right. Hi.
Same thing.
Same thing. Hi. Hey. Hi there. I'm all right. How are you?
Hi there. Good.
You okay?
Good. Pretty good. Yeah. Nothing too crazy this week. Last week was the crazy finish all 2 job shop jobs we had and not be used to doing that and be late at it. This week it's other things that aren't that. So how about you?
Okay. More back to normal vibes or?
Yeah, I think, back to normal. Sales are almost back to normal. Not quite, which is kind of nice. Or trending closer to normal.
Great.
And boop.
It's a relief.
Yeah. 27% up in the last 4 weeks versus the last 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense? Total sales revenue over the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, good. Good. Glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A couple good days lately.
Nice. I'm the opposite. I'm like minus 20% last 4 weeks.
Ugh.
So yeah. But I don't know. But it's okay. Because we've got that chunky commission that we're working through at the moment. The commercial job.
It's not okay.
It's not okay. It's not really okay. It's not ideal. But
I suppose if your queue is there, you know. If
who was there?
The queue of that work. It's the queue of that work and it's like paying you to be doing it, then I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting because the model's so different. Like it's, a 50% deposit with an 8-week gap and then the final payment, which is how we used to do everything.
8 weeks.
But now it's really abnormal. It's like, whoa. Like almost all of our revenue is coming through Shopify normally. Dribs and drabs coming through every other day. Whereas this is going to be different and Shopify has slowed down significantly. So I don't know, man. We'll see. But meanwhile, we're just powering on through the work. So try and get the job done and get paid. See what happens. Mm-hmm. And, according to my capacity tracking, we got no capacity really to do anything else for the next 3 weeks. So just got to smash on.
Perfect.
Get it done.
Yeah, that's good. Interesting.
What have you been?
How are you playing with robots?
What have you been doing, man? Yeah, I've been on the robots a little bit.
How quick was it to set up that angled sanding robot? Was it quick, or did you spend like 2 days trying to do it?
It was quick.
Oh,
jumped into into Rhino, opened my grasshopper patch, put the part in, roughly aligned it on the bench of I think about there, and took a line and drew it perpendicular to the surface and said, that's my Z, that's my tool orientation. Reassigned that to tool orientation in Grasshopper and exported it. That was pretty much... Got it wrong the first time because I didn't draw it perpendicular and thankfully did a dry cut. And was like, oh, that doesn't look right.
It's like just using the tip of the sander.
Re-exported it and good to go. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Sanding that big lump of birch. And made infinitely easier by the fact that I have been doing so much fiddling over the last few weeks with our workshop network that the robots are all nicely networked now. They're still kind of semi-protected on the network, but I can also connect to their little computer hub. Grasshopper sends the file direct to that, and so then I walk out there and it's just like one FTP transfer to whichever robot I want to send a file to.
Right.
So it's a nice seamless sort of just, easy to make code updates, send new programs and stuff. So it's been really good.
Right.
So my days of feeling like I'm just wasting time flashing Linux and setting networks up, which was feeling very unproductive and stupid for a while there. When things go smoothly, it's like, oh yeah, that's why I spent all that time stuffing around doing that. Cool. So I can post a program and run it quickly.
Do you think about this much with just making software-y type things? Do you think about like when does this come to bite me? Like, do you think
Oh
about that?
yeah.
Like, how long until I always go back? Like, I come my core area is like early Internet of Things stuff, where I was like, this is going to change everything. You know, like I'm going to be able to turn on my lights from the shitter. You know, like
Oh my god.
things you don't really need.
Yeah.
And then it just constantly, Aaron's like, I don't know how to turn the lights. You know, like the toaster won't turn off or whatever. You know, stupid something. You're like, oh, okay, this wasn't really that useful. I think about that sometimes about like, it makes me, this is why you get conservative when you get old, I think. It's just like, stop trying stuff because it bits you. But
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think about that with all the DIY software our business runs now. But yeah. Yeah, I think the part of me is like, well, it was pretty easy to build, so it'll be easy to fix. Haha. Maybe that's very
I do think
naive.
about that too. Yeah. How
Which,
much
you
will
know,
it cost me to fix this with a real professional?
for the real professional. Well, that's a bit that maybe sometimes I do worry about is like all the stuff with the big boy frontier models of like
Oof.
if they make us start paying for actual token costs, and then it may not be feasible to fix our own problems very affordably.
So I've heard that two ways that most people say that the token cost is way more than what we're paying,
Yeah.
like the true cost. But then I've also heard from a person that has a startup. What was that startup called? It's basically like a open OS or something like that. I don't know, but basically like they're really close to they're a middleman for reselling AI tokens, and he was saying that it's like a 10-to-1 profitability. Like it's actually very profitable once the models are trained. That they're just sitting there, and it's not that costly. And it's like I don't know, maybe that doesn't
Okay.
include all the like operating overhead and stuff of the original model providers, but
Well, I suppose if you're a frontier lab and you're spending billions on R&D, then yeah,
right,
the
it's like
tokens
pharma.
probably cost way more than what they're charging them for. But yeah, if you're just a retailer hosting models, I don't know. I don't know this stuff. I'm curious. Just
Yeah.
makes me want to spend more time noodling with local stuff, in part just for contingency. So I've got a fallback.
Yeah.
If the shit
Right.
really hits the fan. But yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Well, have you
onwards
noticed
and
that none of
upwards.
the frontier models are getting cheaper either? Like you'd want them to. They're like kind of getting more expensive each time.
Uh-huh.
They're gaslighting us. You really like this, don't you? Just a little more. It's just a little more than the last one. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. What have you been noodling with?
After having the week of job shop work and like catching up on that stuff, I had a low cash flow moment. And because of sales being down, it's kind of like you have that lag of 30, 40 days of bills and all the stuff and going through. And I just was really frustrated that like it's many months into like having Gretchen here and the goal being to open up my time to work on new products. And we've launched a couple of things, but the big products that, you know, I think are going to change our revenue and business and offerings, I just haven't put enough time into. They're just stagnant. And so I was like, all right, this week, currently, that's what my focus is. I'm going to do as much as I can just doing that. And I told Ricky and Gretchen, and it's been pretty good. There's a couple hour periods where I got off on some other stuff and have to keep basically doing the like I need to wear like a some kind of goofy costume or something like the bomb joms talk about to like ward off. Hey, can you answer this? No, that's what I don't get this done. Like because it's like my initial reaction is always like, yeah, sure, but then I like
Yeah.
do that enough, and suddenly I'm not really like getting anything accomplished. So it's been good, and I just sent you I got the fixture design for that product that I've been. Honestly, it's been
Great.
the big holdup for in my head, the mental hurdle of trying to figure out how to do it. And I pretty much had it designed in the first half of Monday. And I've been between getting distracted and buying things for it and revising based on some suggestions for clamping. I should have started it this morning, but I didn't get to it. So I'll probably tomorrow, since I'm going to run out of time today, I will actually start machining the fixture for it. So I can start making
Cool.
them.
Sick.
Hoping I get to that tomorrow. Yeah.
Great. Are the guys
like
helping
progress.
you?
Feels really good progress.
I'd like how the guys, Gretchen and Ricky, are aware that you're in focus mode. Are they like telling you get back to your desk? What are you doing? Or are they holding you to account?
Enough, but they definitely. I think it was easier at the beginning of the week, and as things progressed, it was harder for all of us to remember that was the intent, which is silly, but they each have challenges, and it reminds me of that thing when you go on vacation when what we've talked about this, like, people will wait for a week, but after 2 weeks, they'll figure it out on their own. Like the people who, no matter who you are in your position, what you aren't providing when you're gone. And, driving home some of those days and be like, I just need to just like straight up, just like put a wall around myself and just like, nope, sorry. You can solve all these problems probably, or if not, we need to figure out a way you can, because most of them are not new problems. They're repeat problems.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
The reliance on, in any circumstance, on me remembering how to ship something, and Ricky having to ask Ricky, or like all that. It's kind of, it goes many different directions.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. I feel like the start of my week was like that. It's like the 10-year-old MacBook Pro that was running the dispatch station was just like blue screen of death, or whatever the Linux equivalent is, purple screen of death,
pink,
and
I don't know. Yeah.
It's like, oh,
the Torvalds.
Sorry guys, printer's not working. Nothing's working on dispatch. I'll get to it when I can. And then, lost a few hours finding another old computer and putting Linux on it and setting it all up again with the right printer drivers and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like I'd spent like Monday and Tuesday just doing stuff like that, which was partly essential and partly just completely self-inflicted distraction of like, oh, I should do this over here too and get it set up so the robots are networking well and blah, 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 blah. Like coming home Monday night, I felt really down about myself because I was like, oh, I didn't get a single quote out today. What did I achieve? Like, what was I doing? What did I spend the day doing? And just felt like, I remember standing in the kitchen Monday night, just feeling, having just got home, it's with the kids, it should have been nice, but I just felt so anxious, just like tight feeling in my chest of like having felt like nothing progressed. Which that feeling improved throughout the week as I got other things done, but like, yeah. I came across the term infra tinkering, which I was just immediately jumped on. I was like, oh, that's what I've been doing. I've been dicking around, buying Ubiquiti routers, setting up network, which wasn't broken. Realizing that
very weird AI overview. It's infra tinkering refers to hands-on modification and control over foundational systems, most notably via tinker. The fine-tuning and
Oh.
reinforcement learning training API. That doesn't seem right.
No, that doesn't sound. That's not what I was doing anyway.
Can I give them a thumbs down?
I do have some thoughts on Ubiquity Unify, whatever they're actually called. The white Unibiquity.
Right.
Tasty Wi-Fi gear. Cultish for some reason Wi-Fi gear. I mean, generally speaking, I'm impressed by it. I've got, put a new modem in and a switch, but immediately I was disappointed on day one because I was like, the modem, like I got this sexy new modem. It's got shit Wi-Fi reception. Like the guys out in the shop who were being well serviced by one sort of Wi-Fi point across the entire workshop and office on the previous modem, which was obviously throwing a strong signal, now getting crap reception, and my little IoT devices are not getting what they need and blah, blah, blah. So it was kind of like I spent all this money and then like 24 hours later had to spend even more on another access point because it was like, oh, I see, they get you.
Yep.
It's like, this is how they get you.
All the
better
new
reception, better coverage.
Speed tech is not good for long distance, right? The higher that frequency, it goes less distance through less things. But the slower, older stuff, the 2.4 it's literally the wavelength doesn't go through.
Yeah.
Things as well, to some degree.
Cool.
So I'm assuming that's a big part of it, but it could also be just like what it can throw.
No, that makes sense. Well, at least there's some technical explanation for it. I was just a bit bitter and like, they're just upselling me on buying another access point just because they can.
You need 3 more for your setup.
But it's been really good since I got that second AP, and network feels good. So I'm happy. It's good.
I think the best part, and I know others have probably done this by now, I haven't set up a new network in a long time, but it's just like it has a GUI interface, like an actual graphical user interface that's not absolute garbage, which is such a low bar. But like that was one of their big things in the early days, was like you can actually log on and see stuff, and it's live, and you don't have to know how to like do a terminal command to edit your firmware on your syslink or whatever the hell they used to be.
Yeah. No, I found that really good as well. Setting up new things. It's been very handy. Yeah.
I have a new record speed of blowing tokens.
Oh yeah?
Less than the same day I blew 9 million tokens on SimTheory.
I don't even know what that means. It sounds like a lot. SimTheory.
You get 7 million tokens for your for the subscription I pay for. It's $20 a month or something. And I don't usually go through them anymore in a month. And I think I had it on Opus 4.8 or something like that. And some of the things I was doing was using like 500,000 tokens each call. And part of those like new frontier models, they're good at like looping and keep challenging themselves to like, so I'd like forget about it and they come back and it's like, oh, you just ran out of tokens. I was like, isn't today the reset day? I had blown 9 million tokens in the same, like, 8 hours on accident. And I was like, oh my God, what did I just do? I'd say that's one of the biggest downsides of SimTheory is just they just kind of like, you can go find the usage, but it's pretty buried. You don't really know that you've blown 500,000 tokens instantly. So that was frustrating.
Dare I ask what you were doing?
I don't remember even. I don't think it was consequential.
It was worth it.
So my biggest use case for why I still was using and still use, and I'll probably keep paying for it because I do think it's good for, I think I was doing profit first stuff, which was quite a bit of like data analysis and back and forth with old data and all these transactions and stuff. But what I use it for a lot other than that is Help Scout MCP, because it was like the only place I had that access with an agent.
Yeah.
However, I had been meaning to make my own for Claude and was just about to go start and do it. And that agent that I started was like, oh, let's make our own MCP. How do you spin up? How do you do this? And about to make a repo and GitHub and all this. And Help Scouts just made their own finally. So you can just like connect it to Claude almost instantly. So that was a nice, like, blow one token set and get the other, the good one. Like Claude is where I would prefer that to be anyway now. So I'm going to set up Gretchen or Ricky on there because I think
Oh,
there's just a
cool.
lot of times like this week, some of those questions were like we were going through transactions of a vendor and Gretchen was like, so do you keep these in like a spreadsheet somewhere where like all these with this vendor are? I'm like, no, it's like somewhere in email, right? And a lot of it we've moved
Mm,
into Help Scout, like much of our vendor emails as possible, so they're in one place. But it still sucks to search through Help Scout. Like it's a terrible search, and you want to concatenate and like make a spreadsheet of transactions or something. Like you got to do that manually. But if you just
yeesh, yeah.
say to Claude, "Hey, find all of the transactions through the emails," and it made me a CSV in like no time.
Yeah.
So it's nice upgrade.
Sick. Yeah, I've officially deleted my Theory account. I think in a few days it'll roll over and delete itself, like at the end of whatever my billing period was. So I've gone in there and tried
Soft
to
delete.
extract a bunch of stuff, say goodbye to my old agents.
I can't seem to do that. Can't do it.
And I've turned off my Notion subscription. I've turned off Cursor
Wow.
completely. Said goodbye to SpaceX owned Cursor. And now I'm just back on one Claude account, like the $30 a month one. So that's my only token
Hmm.
spot right now. And
Wow.
I'm pleasantly surprised at how well it's serving me. Like, yes, I hit the 5 hour limit occasionally. If I'm having a bit of a frenzy updating something, but not seemingly not running into weekly or monthly issues, just like powering along, doing it all in the VS Code extension.
Right.
I did have to make myself a cursor style like agent plugin so I can see all my conversations in that sort of same like window. Like Cursor had that really nice agent window, which I really liked
Yeah.
using. So I built
Right.
that for myself in VS Code so I can see my conversations. I could put them in groups and collapse them and see which ones are working and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Just I guess I'm not building anything major at the moment. I'm just doing updates for the most part. So yeah,
Yep.
seems to be serving me well. And I still occasionally use the Claude app a little bit, but less and less. Like just pretty much do everything in VS Code now. It's good. I like it. It's
They
nice to
did.
be in one spot.
I bet. I did notice in the last couple weeks that feature I used to use a lot with GPT, which was I mapped it to the action button or whatever they call it on the iPhone,
Oh
where it would
yeah.
start a conversation. And I still think GPT's conversation mode was better. And I was
Yep.
missing that a lot because I would like talk to my therapist on my drive home.
Mm,
And they've vastly improved that. It actually works the same way now.
the Claude one.
It's the Claude
Yeah.
iOS mobile app, and you can do
Yeah.
that same thing now. Took them a while, but yeah, that and
Yeah,
image
I've noted that.
generation still way better in GPT. But
I'm sure it is. I've noted that the novelty is worn off for me, and I'm not finding any desire to make images, or it's interesting. Yeah, not sure what's changed, but since I killed off Sim Theory, it's just been like a clean break for me of like, well, I don't have access to Nano Banana Pro anymore, and so it's just switched off that impulse in my
you,
brain of like, cool.
you do technically, if you're still paying for Gmail for your business, you can just go to
Yes, go to Gemini.
gemini.google.com.
It's not as
It's
good though.
not as good. No.
No, it's really not as
Mm-mm.
good. I did some side by side tests a month or so ago between Nano Banana Pro
Mm-hmm.
and whatever Gemini serves up, and it's like nowhere near as good.
Right. Yep.
Maybe that's partly because of how well you could like guide a prompt or an agent specifically for image generation in Sim Theory using Nano Banana Pro, but I
Maybe.
don't know.
Yeah.
I
I
think
don't know.
yeah,
Yeah. Interesting.
yeah. Beep boop.
I have a good one. Dylan Jackson, who sometimes listens to this with Intolerance Protein Machining, bought some tool tags and tool tag towers and other stuff from us 2 weeks ago, I want to say. We made
Nice.
them and shipped, and it was, very nice of him to buy all that. And then he got them, and he was like, "Oh, there's no magnets in one of these towers." And I was like, "Of all the times, like, crap, just happened to not get the magnets put in." So I sent them to him overnight on, it was like, I think I shipped them Thursday night. They went out Friday. And so they should have arrived Monday, like, pretty reliably. UPS overnight, one day, $40 shipment. Like, it's in America, it's a pretty costly shipping. The overnight shipping just tends to not be very cheap, which is totally fine. We made the
Yep.
mistake.
Yep.
I wanted to get it to him, and it's like Wednesday this week, and he's like, "Hey, so I just ended up buying some
No.
for McMaster. Don't worry about it, man." And I was like, "What? What do you mean? I fucking sent him like." You should have had him Monday. And he's like, "Oh, yep, never didn't get anything." I go and check the tracking, still stuck in Portland. And I'm like bitching to Ricky about it later, and like frustrated that the multiple layers of like not going well, especially for a friend. And Ricky's staring at me and he goes, "Do you think they're just literally stuck somewhere?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Well, they're magnets." And I was like, I put him in a bubble mailer, and they did stick to our conveyor belt, and I didn't think anything about it. So our theory is that they did get stuck probably multiple places, and they are still not delivered. So I literally have a stuck shipment
Yes.
out for
That's
delivery
amazing.
today. Like,
Oh, it's still on its way.
yeah,
Slowly making progress.
lesson to myself is to not put magnets in a very thin package.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
I've yet to ask our UPS guy if he noticed if they were like stuck in his truck for a week.
So good.
Yeah.
Very good. What's Dylan doing with your product? Putting them on his mills.
Yeah, he's bought stuff over time. He's used, I don't know if he described it. He put some stories up. He's using he used blank BT31s for his, what are they called? Brothers, or BT30, the Brothers PDOs. And he was going to use them for like standard tools, I want to say. I think so that he could like store them. I don't know. I didn't fully understand how he was going to use them. And then he got some more, like a tool holder, and we are making Cat 40/HSK 63 tool holders. We have a batch of those that I need to finish the inserts for. It's kind of, there's always one little hiccup, right? It's like each new style has to have its own little custom design thing, so the tool holder fits just perfectly. And they are, if you're not familiar with HSK, such a little.
I've never held one.
Got to figure out how to get that to not fall out.
Oh yeah,
With
looks
$500 worth of nice stuff in it. This is short, like a lot of 5-6 inch stick out. So haven't finished that yet, but
cool. John's been noodling with some tool management. I just opened he's got like a sort of suite of tools all related to machining. Little dashboard that's linked from our mission control. He showed it to me briefly before he left this week, but I haven't had to play with it yet. But I think it's kind of like a tool library, but because he's networked our machines, I think this dashboard can see what's running on the machine and go, oh, he's running this program with these tools, therefore these tools are in these slots in the ATC. And so I think if he runs a different program with a different tool setup and he's manually changing tools in and out of the ATC, his little dashboard is automatically going up. He's got this tool in slot 4 now, and it will automatically change it in the dashboard. So if I go out there and machine something, there's a digital copy where I can see, I don't have to go digging through the carousel. I can go, oh, he's got the 8mm compression cutter in slot 4. Cool. But it's automatically picking that up from the programs that are running, which is pretty sick. Anyway, haven't had a good play with it yet, but
it's interesting.
I'm pretty rad. And I think if you click on it, it'll tell you when the tool was changed. So I can see when the roughing compression cutter was last updated 2 days ago. Oh, and it looks like I can even order tooling from here. Rad. Anyway, it's looking cool. Haven't checked it out properly, but
Let me see what this looks like. Share me this.
share a little screen. Yeah, it's looking fun.
Very cool.
Oh, all my chatting shit about how many subscriptions I've managed to delete. I have. Not feeling good about it, but I have gone crawling back to Adobe for the Lightroom. Couldn't stay away. Bloody
I still have mine.
bastards. Yep.
Did you try to make one? Is that what that was?
I did try to make one at one point. That wasn't very successful. I tried to do it all in DaVinci Resolve because they'd launched a new photo management feature, and that was in beta, and it was real. I spent time migrating my library, tens of thousands of photos, to DaVinci and resorting them, but it just wasn't there in terms of a UI and speed of getting through stuff and sorting stuff. It was a bit clunky, which makes sense. It was a new feature.
For photos? Oh, they have a photo. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, in version 21 or something, they released photo. So that wasn't working for me. I just became aware that I wasn't showing clients photos. Like prior to that, when Lightroom was running, like every other Loom video I made to go with a quote or communicating with the client, I was flicking to Lightroom and like flicking through photos and saying, hey, see how we did this here on that job, and blah, blah, or this is the material for that. It was in constant use for that sort of customer comms. And then I became aware that I'd stopped doing that. I was like, that's bad. Like, I've got to sort this out. And so then I thought, well, why don't I just use the native like Photos app on my Mac and phone, and that all syncs. And I started dropping in all the like, the photo hard drives into the Photos app, and it synced one of 4 external hard drives, and then it was like, you're out of space. No more iCloud for you. Unless you want to pay heaps for the next tier. Like, damn it, no, that's not going to work either. Yeah. So yeah, crawling back on the Lightrooms, but it's good. It's worth it. Purely worth it just for that client comms stuff of being able to quickly communicate ideas in Loom videos. So good. So I guess
Wait, Adobe has Loom now too?
No. As in, just when I'm making Loom, I'm flicking through photos in Lightroom, communicating and stuff. Yes, Atlassian. Yeah.
I have a kind of, we've talked about this a few times, but Loom is cool. It is one of the stickier things that still exists that like, stickier, that's a word, anti-sticky, because I'm not interested in a long-term subscription for a video hosting software. It's just something for me that like, I don't know. I don't want to be like, I think I've done this enough for migrating like our help software around, and like the thought of having to migrate videos if I need them in the future is like just too much to bear.
No.
And my solution to that has been I have a YouTube channel that has no published videos. It's just unlisted videos. And it's nowhere near as like smooth and sexy as yours. I suppose I could find some API way to like, get it to go up like that. But it works great. And I do the thing that you told me a long time ago, which was I'll make people custom personalized videos of like trying to explain a customer service problem about either how you would set up, it's usually like, how do you set up the ducting for my CNC router? And it's like, well, here's how we do ours. And I just walk around and make a little video.
Mm-hmm.
So that's worked all right, but it's nowhere near like as instant and all the cool features that Loom has.
Well, maybe that's not true. I do use some Loom features, I suppose. I use the transcript. I rip the transcript copy out of them semi-regularly to draft like questions or something for a client. But that's cool.
Loom has features that the user uses though. Like when you send a Loom, this, I'm sure, but like it's like speeding you up and like showing me little like extra things that most video players don't have, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and it's super useful knowing that someone's opened it often. It's like, cool, I know you've watched my...
I didn't
You've
know
got
that.
my quote because you've watched my video. Sweet. Good intel.
Yeah.
Good intel.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know. It does. I can see the benefit of what you're doing for like stuff that you want to keep, instructional videos, things that you might want to refer back to. Like 90% of what I'm making in Loom is fairly disposable because
stuff.
it's like
Yeah.
throwaway because it's like it's for a quote that will be won or
Right.
lost within a few weeks and then
Yeah.
unlikely to be referred to again. So
Yeah.
but yeah, you know, whatever the
Sense.
last screen capture program I was using, I can't even remember. You know, I've lost all of those videos. There's a whole lot of dead links in Obsidian, like for like Fusion training videos that Josh made like 4 years ago in Screen Capture Pro or something that no longer have access to those videos. So yeah, it's a problem.
It's frustrating too because it's like you can't, you know, one would say, oh, just put them on your Google Drive, but it's like that experience is pretty terrible, both as like an upload. It's funny because they are YouTube and Google are the same, right? It's like you would think that experience would be great, but it's like pretty terrible. And then you also have to have a crap ton of storage. Anyway, silly.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I don't know, but Obsidian's not too... It's not as terrible as I thought it would be for video. Like I went searching in our LB Vault this week for how we've integrated this specific like mesh drawer from IKEA into certain wardrobe jobs before, and I found John's notes on it. There's a video there, and the video plays. It's like, oh, okay, this is okay. You can do this.
It embeds it, yeah, pretty decently, I think.
Yeah, I say that now, and now I can't find it. The video is not loading. Hilarious. I've moved it somewhere silly.
I can't find this video locally.
I think I've just dragged it into the wrong spot. There it is.
Give me the internet, Dave.
Dave. Yeah. Things and stuff.
I have a minimal compliment to Fusion. I'll give them one. When I had that marketing team come through the shop, they were like asking me about messaging and how we would want like notes about something changing in the app, right? Like, and I was like, well, ideally the best way probably isn't an email. Don't know if I'm going to read the email. It's not related to where I'm working on it. I would want like, if it's going to have something to do with adaptive clearing, I would want it on that operation. Like show me where there's going to be a problem as I'm doing it, not like an arbitrary splash screen or, you know, like it's just too disconnected. So I was surprised to have updated Fusion, and on one of the operations, I shared a screenshot there. They put, I won't say it's implemented gracefully on the dark mode, but there is now a little banner at the top of the operation that says model selection will be deprecated in a forthcoming release, probably. Learn more. And so you can close it or like click the button. And I thought that's what I was asking for. So nice.
Yeah, sick.
It's there.
Very cool. Did you just
I still don't know
text
what it
me
means
something?
though. No, it's on Airtable.
Airtable. Ah, cool. Sweet. That's cool. Nice.
I don't know what that button is. What the hell is that?
I'm not loving Fusion at the moment. I guess because I'm just not in there enough, but like I had a real sense this week. I went looking for a client file this week and it's just like didn't have admittedly I'm not in there enough to have a good workflow, but like just searching for files, I was like, the file manager is still terrible. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Even just that thing of the folders not being persistent. You open something or you're working in a folder and then you go to open something else and expect to see that same folder open. And it's like it's taking you back home or back to a root folder within that project. That's good.
I think Dylan complained about this. They've been trying to put, well, I've also said stuff about this too, but they've been trying to push this home screen for 3 years now. And it's been like partially badly implemented for a year and a half, and now they've like done more to it where it seems more better minimally, but I still would say it's not what I want. And the data panel still is largely the better thing. Well, not good, and feels like a bad Electron app. But they put the damn home screen button right next to the data panel, so you just constantly click the wrong one. I don't know if you do this, where like I'm trying to close the data panel and I click home, and now I've lost both, and it's like, what are we doing? The other thing that they did, well, we talked about this. They changed the versioning so you can't label stuff as you save it, which is still driving me crazy because it was a workflow that we actually like required internally. Somebody, when you save something, you label it so you know where to go back looking if you made changes.
Oh yeah, nice.
But we can't do that easily anymore. Got to open up history.
The little pop-up that used to come up every time you hit save.
Gone.
It's gone. Yeah, right. Interesting.
Just gone. There's no version numbers visible.
What?
But the thing that drives me the most crazy is this turned in from a compliment to a rant real fast, is in the data panel now, you can't see any data about the thing. It says this item does not, there's no history there. They've stripped the little information that was useful. There used to be useful information in the little data panel drop down, and now it's not there. And it's just absolutely, it's like democratic design, I guess, where nobody has a clear vision on what this should be, and they won't commit to either thing. And so they're making both bad things. It's like,
yeah.
We need a Joni Ive here. Somebody needs to make a decision and do a good thing, and then we can critique that thing at least. But like, we just have two bad things.
Yep. Classic.
Nah.
Oh well.
Wow.
Our main sanding robot Abby cooked another Festool sander this week, which is not surprising because these ETS sanders, used to be in production. We've got 3 of them. Great sanders, used to love them. They did years of work on people's benches. They've still got like people's names on them. And then all 3 of them got retired because they were getting buggy and a bit wiggy, and we'd sent some for repairs, and the repairs were sort of didn't stick that well in terms of just connections with plugs and stuff. So I've been cycling through these ETS sanders on Abby's 3D printed end effector. Anyway, she properly cooked one this week. It overheated and which was not surprising. It was, it's sanding dowels, so 6 hours 4 days a week at the moment. But I called the Merca rep because we use some of their abrasives, and we've got their orbital sanders that I really like. And I was like, you guys do a robot-specific sanding head, right? And he's like, yeah. We've got the Eros, blah, blah, whatever it is, 5-inch, 4-inch sanding thing. I was like, cool, just, I'm running robot sanding stuff. Like, what are we looking at in terms of pricing? And, had a bit of a chat about it. He's like, well, you'll need someone to program, you'll need someone to integrate it for you, and you'll need someone to program it for you. I was like, no, I do this all in-house. It's fine.
What's your assistant's name? Ivan? Or what'd you name him?
Sven. Sven will do this. Sven is dead. And as I suspected, it was, it's a $12,000 to $15,000 package just for a sanding head and a proprietary control box to go with it to interface between the sander and the ABB. And I just had this sense chatting to him of like, well, I really have got away with so much with these robots. Like, I got them for a bargain, a steal, getting 3 big ones at once. But also just everything I've done with them since, with like 3D printed end effectors and like cheap IoT stuff like Shelly's and it all works pretty well. And I've got away with it.
You're not trying to do overnight stuff like.
Well, that's right. Yeah.
How many of those other ones can you go through? Just keep buying them used on eBay.
Well, yeah. It's a fair point. Yeah. Or get them repaired, or or buy a new ETS outright for $1,400 and probably get pretty good life out of it. So I don't know, but yeah, I just had a distinct sense of like, wow, I'm getting away with a lot here. This is good.
Yeah,
keep the hacky.
Well, it's more or less prohibitive before, like, to even jump into these things as a small business. Like, you had to have such a proven case for it. That is my recording not working?
No, it's fine.
Weird.
Looks okay.
I was like, nothing was moving on my little audio meters. I might have a delivery. Nobody's paying attention to Shopboard. Hold on.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Hi.
Hello.
These three in my backpack. One of them is pretty heavy.
Pizza for you. How many pizzas you got there, Justin? 3 pizzas?
Thank you. Yep.
Thanks for the pizza.
I don't know what I ordered. Do an unboxing.
Okay.
Got filament that took a week to arrive for some reason. It's a new color.
Oh yeah,
I think it's
nice
gonna be,
green. Oh, that's a cool color.
I think it's like a
like
mint. I think it's going to be ISO 20 tool tags, maybe.
Minty fresh, like it.
What this one is. I'm going to pull open like a bag of underwear. PTFE tube.
Oh yeah.
Screws.
Oops.
Rivets. Blind rivets.
Webbits. Yeah.
Twist ties.
Interesting collection.
Twisty ties.
Okay.
Some products, some that's it. Trash bags. It'll last us like 2 years.
Whoop.
Okay, we're back. Really machining some parts for some robotics students that I'm watching it on my phone as it's machining from above. But the first one round, I think I told you about it when it happened. The first round, I started them like way too late for these students arriving, these high school students, for like a couple-hour training. They kind of contacted us and wanted help and to learn how to run a router and stuff. And we're like, all right, sure. And I started them and they like all started showing up and it was really late and I didn't get it done in time. So they were like arriving. I'd never met any of them like as I'm trying to finish it. And so it was like loud as shit and they were interested, but also the first kid walked up and goes, "Are those the parts for us?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "One of those isn't right." And I was like, "Oh, great. We're gonna learn about file management today." And so then I've tweaked it. It's like 1/8 inch thick aluminum, but it's going really well right now as I'm watching it.
Nice. Ali on the Shop Saver.
Yep, 6061. Yep.
Mister?
Yep,
You've got a
yep.
Mister, right?
Yep. Custom Amazon one.
Well, that's a lot of holes. Do you extract your chips up the Nuno? Like, do you run dust extraction?
We don't dust collect them.
Don't you?
Mostly because it was oily at first, and also I don't trust that it won't spark a... I don't know why it would spark, I guess, but it just seems... It's a big, explosive room, so I'm not interested in that.
Suck them up the schnozzle. What are you misting? Alcohol now?
Isopropyl alcohol.
Sick. Dan, did you just switch that out and using the same mister? Like, did you change any of your hardware?
We've only ever used that with this. No, we have like
okay.
I take a photo of it. It's like a little interesting. That did not finish like I thought it was going to. It's very, very odd to just watch it on my phone, right? like watching.
Got an overhead cam. Oh, that's sick. I like that. Cute.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. We've had that one forever. What was I even saying? I don't even know, and I'm just
alcohol.
Just distracted.
Misting alcohol.
Oh, alcohol. Yeah. So the first aluminum we ever did, which was the YouTube video I made, we used WD-40, and somebody on that video was like, "Oh yeah, just use isopropyl alcohol. It doesn't leave a residue. It does the same thing. It's cheaper. You can, and so we didn't." I think we had a mister. I think we borrowed it from a past employee, and then we bought one for $20. So you pour it in there, and it pushes air in, and
Yep.
mostly the air I think is the good part, and then some mist is helpful for how thin these sheets are. It like doesn't really matter, you know.
Yeah.
Not getting into deep pockets or anything like that.
Yeah, cool. Super. Yeah, with John and I have talked about switching away from whatever the weird proprietary multicam oil we use for aluminium that leaves oily residue over everything and stains the wasteboard. And
No. Right.
we would like
It's
to
just
just
WD-40.
be misting, yeah, probably misting alcohol, but haven't, because one of the multicam reps was, Tex was like, no, it'll rot your O-rings and your mister and you'll have alcohol leaking everywhere. It's like, okay, let's just try it.
Let me tell you, we used our $20 mister 2 years ago, had alcohol through it, IPA, 70% IPA. Yeah, and supposedly if you get like the 90 or higher, it obviously absorbs faster, evaporates faster. We didn't
Absorbs
touch
into
the
where?
thing.
Your kidneys.
Well, yeah, into wherever.
Mm-mm.
Get you drunk faster. We didn't touch the thing, put it back on, it works fine. So maybe if you did that a lot, more often would be worse, but it was, I think we paid less than $50 for wire, like the hose, the fittings, we just ran it through the.
We paid
Make a video for
$3,000 for our mister when we got it installed by Multicam, so as an official.
I mean, you had it installed. I probably
Mod,
paid that
but
amount. I probably paid $1,000 in figuring it out, you know, of overhead, you know, that you don't think about until it's done.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Hey, Bed, did you play with my little app at all?
Snip snip. No, your
Probably not.
vasectomy.com.
Snip, snip.
No, I haven't had a proper go with it.
Don't go there.
My first install, I got confused by like text expander import issues and haven't gone back to the new version which you sent me. And I'm keen. Does it do like screen capture as well? Is that why it's called Snip Snip? Or is it just a text replacement app?
I can't fucking remember why I called it Snip Step. I have no idea.
You don't know it.
I don't know. It was like 10:30 at night, and I was like, I need a name for this stupid thing. And somehow that made sense. But like, I gave it to Ricky too, because he's using a Mac. And I was like, you know, instinct was like, nobody else wants this. You know, it's weird. If you're not following along at home very well, I made an app called Snip Snip that replaces Text Expander that I've had the standalone version since 2014 or something, and refused to pay the cloud subscription for a thing that doesn't change. It doesn't need to change. It doesn't get improved, in my opinion. It's the same thing always. And so I started it 5 months ago or something, and then Opus 5 came out, and I was like, this is really good. Maybe I can fix some of those snip snip problems because my Mac that I'm on currently can't run the standalone old 14 version 4 or whatever of Text Expander that I use for years and years and years now. And it works great. And so I sent it to Jem, and you have the contemporary version you pay a subscription for, and it's... I didn't know a lot of its nuances at the time, so I think we fixed most of them, hopefully.
Well, my Mac is complaining about installing it. It's like, are you sure you want to open this? It looks very dangerous, very suspicious.
It is. It's very dangerous.
Don't touch it. That Justin guy made it.
What did you say? How many cones is this going to make in my Rhino? And I was like, I did not think to screw with you.
You could have had so much fun. Cool. Well, I look forward to trying it out.
Really bad.
New version. Snip, snip.
Snip,
Just
snip.
give away all my
Cut your
privacy
subscription.
permissions.
It doesn't do any phoning home that I'm aware of.
Sure, that
think
you're
it does.
aware of.
It's completely local.
There it is. Cool. I look forward to giving it a whirl.
Anyway. Snip, snip.
I'll log some GitHub issues against it.
Yeah, I did give you access to the repo, didn't I? You know, my instinct was like the first thought of like sharing it with other people that might want to use it, like the GitHub repo is like, fuck that. I don't want anybody else messing up my app. You know, like it's exactly how I want it to be. Why would I want anybody else to do this? And it's like, I guess I can just keep a side loaded somehow if that happens. But it's a weird thought, you know, like I just don't make stuff with people like that, like true software people do.
I do have fairly constant frustrations in that, working with Johnny on, you know, we've got 30 shared repos in GitHub now, and it's
so fast.
It's fairly common that like I'll go to use a Rhino shortcut and it's not doing what I thought it used to do. And I'm like, why? What? I like get on the Discord to Johnny. It's like, what have you done? He's like, oh, sorry. Yeah. I let an agent loose on that recently. Sorry if it's changed something.
You know, it is absolutely crazy though. Is like the speed at which people can make changes too. Is like it could be like a different app the next day, like completely different style, different UI, and be like, oh, I didn't like it. You know, like what are you doing? Don't touch my snip. Or Jim was like, when I sent it to him, he was like, what is this? He's like, is this your vasectomy app? And I was like, yeah, Laura called me. We're just working together here. I need one too. The end.
Goodbye.
Yeah, here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Told my buddy at the shop I got snip last night. He dropped his coffee, face went pale. I said, congrats on the procedure, man. That's real brave. Now there's a sympathy card sitting on my desk for crying out loud. It just expands my text. Why won't you listen to me? It just expands my text. That's all it does, believe.